So today we're going to dive into a story that became a true phenomenon. It's a book that reads like a myth, a history lesson, and a really desperate warning, all rolled into one. This is the story of Wolf Totem. And right from the get-go, the book just lays it all out there. This simple, almost brutal truth. It really sets the stage for everything that's about to happen. See, this isn't just some made-up story. Wolf Totem is a true account of this incredible clash between two completely different worlds and the devastating ecological collapse that came after. It's a warning from the past that, honestly, feels louder than ever today. All right, so let's set the scene. The year is 1967. We're in the middle of China's Cultural Revolution, and a young student gets sent from the bustling city out to the vast, unforgiving plains of Inner Mongolia. Imagine this. You're a young guy named Chen Zhen. You go from the concrete walls and the collectivist thinking of Beijing to the Ulan grassland. And it's not just land. It's like an endless ocean of grass that's ruled by a totally different set of laws, the ancient, brutal, and perfect balance of nature itself. And there, Chen gets assigned to the yurt of a man named Bilgi. He's a Mongol elder, and you can just tell he has this wisdom that seems like it's been carved into his face by the wind. He doesn't just herd sheep. No, he reads the land, he reads the sky, he reads the wolves. And he becomes Chen's guide to this whole new world. And this right here, this is Bilgi's central lesson. It's the ecological truth that their entire way of life is built on. The wolves, they aren't the bad guys. Not at all. They're like the immune system of the steppe, you know? They keep everything in balance. This is where that title, Wolf Totem, really starts to make sense. It's not just about the animal. For the Mongol people, the wolf represents a spiritual ideal. It's this symbol of fierce independence, of smart strategic courage, and, most importantly, this deep respect for the health of the land. But you know, this is where things take a dark turn. Chen's fascination, well, it starts to twist into this desire to possess the very thing he admires. And that's where the tragedy really kicks off. So, completely ignoring Bilgi's warnings, Chen does something that changes everything. He digs a tiny wolf cub out of its den. He thinks he can understand the wild by, what, owning it? By taming it? It's a profoundly romantic idea, for sure, but one that could only come from the city. So you've got Chen, right? And he's trying to control this one single piece of a vast, untamable force of nature. And then you zoom out, because what Chen is doing on this small scale, the government is doing to the entire grassland. They're trying to subdue this whole ecosystem and force it to become something it's not. Chen's whole relationship with the cub he names Little Wolf, man, it's just this heartbreaking cycle. It starts with admiration. That turns into a need to possess it. Then, when the cub's wild spirit gets to be too much, he puts it on a chain. And in chaining it, he slowly but surely breaks its spirit. It's a perfect, tragic mirror for what's happening to the entire steppe. And the fallout from this kind of thinking, for both the wolf and for the land, well, it's fast and it is absolutely catastrophic. The attempt to tame nature just leads directly to its destruction. I mean, just look at this timeline. It's shockingly fast. In just 4 years, you go from military plows showing up to a full-on state-sponsored war against wolves. The balance is shattered, and the land itself, well, it literally starts to turn to dust. This is what Bilgi was trying to tell everyone. With the wolves acting as a keystone species, the whole system just works. Gazelle herds are healthy, rodent populations are in check. But you take them away, and the whole arch collapses. Gazelles starve, marmots just explode in number, and the grass gets eaten away, leaving nothing but desert. And it's just so symbolic, isn't it? As the land itself starts to die, suffocating in dust from the plowed fields, its keeper, its living memory, also dies. Bilgi dies of dust pneumonia, his lungs literally filled with the very soil he tried to protect. And his last words, man, they're just haunting. It's a message to Tanger, the Mongol sky god. It's kind of an admission of defeat, sure, but it's also this final tribute to the wisdom of the wild. A wisdom that was just ignored until it was way too late. You'd think that's the end of the tragedy, but the book isn't done with us yet. It jumps forward, decades into the future, to show us the final, irreversible results of this broken promise between people and nature.
Fast forward, a whopping 37 years go by. Chen Zhen, now an old man himself, decides he has to go back to see the Olambula grassland of his youth one last time.
And when he gets there, this is the real gut punch. The sacred ground where he learned all that ancient wisdom, the very heart of that nomadic world, it's gone. And in its place, a McDonald's. I mean, the destruction is just absolute. Every landmark he remembered, every part of that incredible ecosystem is just obliterated. The beautiful Swan Lake is now a landfill. Wolf Hill has been blasted flat for a quarry. And that endless ocean of grass, it's just gone, replaced by sand. So that's where the book leaves you, with this huge, echoing question. Because this story, it's not just about one place and one time. It's a warning for all of us. It really forces you to ask, what essential part of our own spirit, of our own humanity, do we lose when we try to conquer and control the natural world, instead of just listening to it?